All right, yo, guys, it's gonna be a little different episode of Pugliese Speed Shop, as you can probably already tell, right? Can you believe this one right here is the 100th episode of Pugliese Speed Shop? Unbelievable to me. I mean, I'm surprised we made it the first five. But I figure we'll take a look back, all the things we've done, bought, fixed, broke. Maybe we take a little look in the future of what we got coming up. But first, you gotta check out this new intro. Ian, you're gonna dig it. All right, guys, like I said, totally different type of episode, right? Clearly, we're not in the shop. We're actually down in my basement in the bar because who doesn't like being in a bar? That's probably some people, but don't worry about that. We're going to go through a lot of things that we did over the last 100 episodes. I don't even know how that happened. It's crazy to me. I remember we started the whole thing. Me and the kid were talking about it, and he said, "Hey, I told him what we want to do." He said, "All right, well, get 4 episodes ready. I'm not putting it up until you got 4 episodes ready." So that's what we did. So hopefully some of you guys remember the first 4 episodes. It was, welcome to the shop. I showed you around what we were doing, and things were way different, obviously. Then we did the FXR. I'm gonna look down my list here because I don't want to get off topic too much. Then we did the FXR video, and that's a big one, still a big one, still a lot of views going on that, so that's good. And then Andrew's caddy, which started off as my brother's caddy, and if you want to hear the rest of that story, you gotta go watch the episode. But also, apparently there's a lot of problems with North Stars. I think some of you guys already knew that. Those were also big episodes. So we got the caddy running right. Then, even though I said I wasn't gonna do it, I think in one of the caddy episodes, brought my brother's Trans Am in the shop, and we surprised him by painting it. And we did some interior stuff. He actually came down. He was the first guest on Pugliese Speed Shop with my brother Joe.
What's up?
It's one color. And yeah, he hauled that car back, and you can ask him what's going on with it. That's all I'm gonna say. What we got next? Then we said we don't have enough projects. Let's go ahead and buy something else. So we bought the blue Dodge that's sitting in front of the shop right now. We got it running. We got it driving. We had a brake failure. We ended up in the woods.
Oh, CS 134.
And, well, then we did bring in the shop, cut all the rust out of it, started to look at ordering parts, and lost interest for a minute. But we're gonna get back there because I really do dig that truck. So that's when the Jeep started. Well, the Jeep was messing up a little while before that, and I said, let's get that thing going. So we did 3 or 4 episodes in a row, working on that Jeep, getting a daily driver, which I just drove it last weekend, took everything to the dump with it, so that's working perfect. Then I was looking for some parts for my 65 Chevy that sits in the corner of the shop still to this day. Specifically looking for a cab because it's in pretty bad shape. So we came across a fire truck, 48 Ford F7, and it's sitting next to the shop. We got up on some cinder blocks so it's not going to get rusty and all that. And that we got ideas for it, but that is a long-term down the road project. I just scooped it up because it was a couple $100. We wanted to take a road trip, and yeah, it's gonna be cool when we get to it. That's way down the road. Then we had the kid ZR2, his first truck. He did an episode on that where he narrated the whole thing, and it was pretty awesome. And then we got it running. Well, actually, it was always running. We got it legit to pass inspection. Took it out, did some burnouts with it. And eventually we sold that. And that was the first vehicle we sold. Actually, in a long time, because we don't sell a lot of stuff. But made a little money for the shop, and we weren't really using it. He fell in love with that caddy, is what happened. So after that, we got the Le Mans in the shop, and man, I miss having that thing in the shop. But I also love driving it, so you know, it's like, what do you do? So yeah, we cleaned a lot of crap out of that. We did a full tune-up. We just set everything legit to where it is an awesome driver. I'll get in it just last weekend. I got in it, turned the key, boom. Thing runs great. It don't look the best right now. We took the top off it because we wanted to see what kind of rust was on it. Luckily, none, so that was good. And we're putting some parts together. And like we just did an episode the other day, G3 Garage sent us a whole bunch of stuff for that car. So we're gonna get back on that, but for right now I'm still driving around. We don't have it in the shop yet. We got other stuff, and you'll see. So then you guys remember my buddy Joe, he's been on a few episodes. We had his son's truck in the shop where we swapped out the rear axle. He had a little fender bender. So that's when you guys met Joe, and then that's when you met Kevin. And Kevin has become quite the icon on the channel. He does a lot of stuff for us. When he's working on his stuff, he'll video it. In fact, I was just talking to him today about possibly videoing something else. So yeah, this you gotta love. Everybody loves Kevin. It's an acquired taste. But then we got back on Le Mans for a little while because it still needed work. And we got back on Le Mans, getting that ready for the D-Boss Garage International Car Show. That's when like the whole world shut down. So there wasn't any car shows really, and D-Boss Garage did something cool. We put the Le Mans in there, and we put the Dodge in there. I believe Derek from Vice Grip Garage called me a double dipper. But there was nothing in the rules. He even said the same thing.
1977 Pontiac Lame Man. And this is a pretty decent car. She's got the crunchy top. I don't got any pictures. There's just like a 72-minute long video here, but he's got a Ooga Ooga horn under there with the old O'Reilly's button under the dash. We've got some weight-reduced quarter panels. He's got some sort of magnetic advertisement you stick on the side of a car. That's his floor, approved. Miscellaneous wires hanging down. It's got the 301. I mean, them pump out 105 horse, 107. Pretty decent rig. He's got another one in here. You little double dipper. But you know what? It's not in the rule book that I can see. 86 Dodge. Oh, I would daily this truck. We got the kitchen sink rug there down for a floor mat. The fuse panel just flopped late in there. We got Briggs & Stratton, maybe a Craftsman, could be a Craftsman gas tank on there. Bungee corded in battery. We got the bolts holding in the cables. Side post stuff, you know, the newer ones. What were they thinking with that? I'm not sure. Marble shift knob, that's probably worth more than the tires that are on the truck. My favorite factory option is the bungee cord holding up the steering column. You get into them stubble fields, you want a little flex in that steering wheel, you know, otherwise you're just going on like this the whole time. You guys know what I'm talking about. I just hurt my back again, probably.
You guys were awesome. You went out there and voted. I know a lot of my buddies did as well, and I appreciate that. And we ended up placing in 2 categories, both vehicles. So Derek from Vice Grip Garage, which if you guys are watching this channel, you know who he is. Awesome dude, and that guy's blown up like wild. But to get him to watch our videos and talk about our cars, awesome. And then Junkyard Digs and Junkyard Moot. Also, you guys are watching this, you probably know who they are. They judge the other category. I don't remember what they were offhand, but all this stuff is on the channel, so you can go watch if you want. Go watch. I suggest it. But yeah, so that was just cool and a little fun, to get to do something a little different. It was fun videos to make, and just cool seeing that somebody else thought our stuff was cool. I'm not the only one with terrible taste. So after that, old Wade made his debut on this channel, and we had a street glide in there, and I believe, was it me, Kevin, Michael, Tony, Wade, we all put some bars. We did a, what else we do? Put some 8-pan, like mini 8-pan, they were like 11s or 12s. We put a windscreen on it. A couple of things we did to his street glide. Came out awesome. He actually traded the bike in since that. And if you want it, go check out All American Harley Davidson. It's up there on their showroom floor, and it looks, But yeah, so that was cool. That's when you guys really first saw everybody from the club, because they showed up there, most of them half in the bag. And I think Kevin came up with the idea of next time, don't invite the drunks over till we're done working, which is solid advice. We do after that. Well, after that, the Road Glide made its debut on the channel. I put some tires on it and a cush drive and got it ready for a North Carolina trip. Then we got tired of working by candlelight. Kevin was always just breaking balls about the light in the shop, and not just him. My brother was. Everybody was. Anybody walked in the shop, and rightfully so, because it was pretty bad. We had one light on the roof, on the ceiling. That's when we had this dude Corey come in. Absolutely killed it. He figured out the lighting we wanted and everything. Just talking to him, and boom. I love it now, and yeah. So we did an episode on that. We did it to that. Well, then the FXR made a little comeback. We took it out for a ride. We did like a poker run. Videoed a lot of the riding. The rest of the dudes in the club were there. And we played a giant Jenga game. All sorts of cool stuff was going on there. Then, me and Stella, you guys remember Stella, well, me and her took a ride down to North Carolina to pick up Jimbo's 46 Plymouth. We brought that thing back. It kicked our ass getting it off the trailer, but then we did a wheel run on it, and the thing runs amazing. Haven't really done anything with it. It's kind of just been sitting next to the shop. You might see it every now and then in a video, but we got some plans for it, but I'm trying to prioritize. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of prioritize, then John made his big debut on the channel with his, I want to say, the 2012-ish, something like that. GMC. It's a 4.8 in it, and the 4.8 still sits in the shop. Spun a bearing on it, and we put a junkyard motor in it, and we learned some good stuff there. And because of what we learned, that's when the Tuesday Morning Tech Tip was born. By the way, guys, no idea how I came up with that whole name. I just hit record, started talking, and words came out, and it was born. That's it, So, yeah, so we did that. Then that became a weekly thing, and I'll tell you, lately, those views have been surpassing the regular video views. So, a lot of people digging the shorter stuff. So, maybe you want to hear me talk less. Maybe I actually have a couple good ideas. Learning from my mistakes, I think, is probably the best bet. Why that's actually been popular. But that was awesome. We like that, get more videos out and just having fun with it, After that is when I bought the hard body. Again, not looking for it. And this happens to me all the time. I ain't looking for nothing. I'm always looking for something. But we shop, right? We all do it. We shop for whatever, no matter what we need a project or not. I think I was actually looking for parts, because that's usually what I'm looking for. And I come across this truck, local, in what I thought was better shape than it was. These things happen. But we struck a deal. It was 5 miles from the house. The guy delivered it, right? And I threw a short up there, which was one of my first shorts, and it went nuts. And, I think it was actually viral for a second. So Andrew's like, "Hey, let's put that thing in the front of the line and start doing some episodes on it." And we did, and it was great, and it went nuts. And the truck beat the ever-loving crap out of me. It was in way worse shape than I thought. It was just didn't want to cooperate. It was rustier than I thought it would be. A lot of different things. So I ended up getting pissed off, pushed it outside to forget about it, and moved on to, well, I think we started getting ready for Trog. Yeah. Got the, we did 1 or 2 episodes on Kevin's CVO, and then we started getting the FXR ready for Trog. Made some good videos there, went to Trog, me, Kevin, and John, had an awesome time, and you guys know what happened at the end. Kevin hates this part, so do I. But then that's when we got a little discouraged and kind of pushed the FXR to the side for a while too. Are you guys seeing the trend? Yeah. So then Ian was needing some work done on the scrap hauler, and I had talked about him a while, for a while. He was doing work for us around the shop, picking stuff up, dropping stuff off, just being a solid dude. And he ended up bringing his truck in, getting some work done. He's a fan of being on the channel. You guys just saw his truck in the intro. It was the first, the Ford F100 pulling in there. It might be an F-150. He corrects me, and every time I get it wrong. Ian's awesome. Andrew's known him since like junior high. They grew up together, and you guys see him on the channel. He's great. And Ian, I might have some more stuff for you, so I'll hit you up pretty soon. So after that, we went and picked up Nick's 55 Chevy. This was a huge thing on the channel. Everybody loved it. Thanks to BW's Garage, I'm in quite a few Tri-5 groups, chats, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so not my car. I wish it was, because it's gorgeous. And actually, I think I owe you guys an update on that, because we haven't done one in a while. And he's always doing work over there. He bought like another project and sold it. He bought like a 68 old, sold it, and then now he's got like a 94 short bed OBS Chevy. I'm getting off track, but the point is we need to get back over to Nick's place and get an update on that thing for you guys. Well, after we picked up the 55 Chevy, and that's the first time you got to see Nick on the channel. You've seen him, I think, maybe once or twice since then, but you need to see more of him. Me, him, and Kevin shot up there to Delaware and got it. Awesome. The whole thing was just a great experience. After that, Ian, I think when he brought the truck over, he had dropped off the tailgate we got that we still need to hang up in the shop. But I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. All right. That's when we started doing the thank yous. Paying a little tribute to all the channels that support us, help us out, watch our videos, all that kind of stuff. And we've been putting people's stickers up on there. And you don't have to have a channel, because Howie Mook, he's on there because he's got an awesome sticker and he's a solid dude. So there you go. But that's when we started doing that, and that's been pretty good. Everybody really likes that. Just you get to see other channels that might be out there that you might not know about, or get your name yelled out. So either way, it's everybody wins. So we started doing that, and I think I kind of you guys know one of those. It's been a little while since we did one of those. So then we headed up to PA for a while, and I did a couple of on location, couple tech tips and videos. And my brother Joe came back. He's got I think it's an 01 Road King. Might be a 2000. I'm pretty sure it's an 01. So we did some work on it. Troubleshot down to the problem of the ECU or ECM, whatever that was that year, was fried. And we did some brakes and some other stuff on it so he could pass inspection, because he ended up bringing it to the shop to get that done. He just got that bike back, and it's running, but it's like an auto-tune thing. So it takes a while to, you know, everything to, but you got it back. So our troubleshooting was correct. So for a half-ass hack, I'm kind of proud of that. But that was when we were recording it. We might have screwed a couple things up. One, two, three. No, I'm not gonna do it. Well, as you guys know, at least I hope so. Yeah, my ear itches. I gotta stop. I got it. Alright, so this is just a test. See, make sure you can hear me good. You don't hear the radio. You see that badass truck. Some cool shit around the shop and this motherfucking shirt. Yeah, so people like the bloopers. People tend to like when I look like a clown, I guess. But, yeah, what are you going to do? It happens. We're not always so graceful, apparently. But, so, full disclosure, a lot of times when I mess something up like that, I delete it and I'll start and I'll try and explain something again. I think I'm going to stop doing that because the bloopers at the end, I dug it. I thought it was good. And I think a lot of people did, so yeah, we'll keep going with that. So, we kind of stayed on motorcycles for a little while after that. We got a free motorcycle given us to us from a fellow veteran, which was awesome. I did a little video on that about how veterans are always helping each other out, and we ended up with a free motorcycle. We got the 73 Honda 504 V4, something like that. Obviously, it's not my usual thing in motorcycles, although I did start out as a crotch rocket guy. But, so we do have a plan for that bike. And we're going to do a build on it, and you're going to dig it because, well, I don't want to give it all away. We just say somebody might get to own that thing. There you go. All right. That's going to be down the road, though, because we messed with a little bit. We did get the motor spins. We were having trouble getting spark. And then we drank too much beer. So we haven't touched it since. But we'll get back to it. But like I said, we're prioritizing. Okay? So, after that, we had my buddy Gary. We took care of his 65 Mustang for his family. And it's about 30 feet away from me right now in the garage. Family didn't have anywhere to keep it, so we've been holding on to it and driving it every now and then, and that car is just awesome. That's all there is to it, guys. I'm not a huge Mustang guy. I had a 5-liter, but that was about it. I might be a little bit too big for a 65 GT, but pretty cool car. So just know she's being taken care of. Promise you. All right, so after that, Kevin bought a new motorcycle. Came over to that Road Glide Nation, and we did a couple videos on it. Him picking it up. We did a video afterwards of Stella just showed up. We did a video afterwards on a little dog, a lot of noise. So after that, we did the video of him doing some work on it. I think he did the cush drive on it. We did some bars on it, like the week after he bought it, and then he did the cush drive separate. Those videos are huge. That cush drive video is constantly going up. So Kevin, I appreciate you taking care of that. He did that one all on his own. I was helping Jimbo rebuild his shed, which is an ongoing saga in its own. But so I couldn't get over to record it, so Kevin took care of it, and awesome. I appreciate it. And anybody that's putting a cush drive in their stuff will appreciate it as well. So go check that video out. Since then, Kevin has gotten nuts with this bike. It is. We saw the bars and all that stuff. He's got carbon fiber fender on it. He did a whole front end kit thing on it. He's got, I think he had a windscreen on it before. He ended up figuring out the exhaust, and I don't remember which one he got for it. But, dude, it sounds amazing. He put a cam in it. He recorded all this stuff. Well, most of this stuff, but his phone got hot and shut off and screwed it all up. So we don't have the footage on that. He's got some crazy suspension on this thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a good walk around with it. And he's, you know, get him to bring it over here, or we'll go over there, or whatever, and get some more video on that bike. We also got an idea because John bought an ST as well, a Road Glide ST. You guys saw that in the video when we went out to Sturgis. So I'd like to do a little thing with, you know, talk to both of them, why they buy this bike, what made, you know, all that kind of stuff. And we're working on it, and they're both on board, but we're all just real busy in separate schedules. Like John's working 12-hour shifts right now. Kevin's bolting stuff onto his motorcycle, and I'm making videos in the basement, so that's what's going on. But so way more to come on that bike. After that, my buddy Norm said, hey, you want this 84 Olds? And we picked up the car. He gave it to us, clean title, decent running car, needs some work. I'm hoping to actually knock that out this weekend, because we did a little bit of stuff to it. I want to get it all legit. I think I got a nice set of wheels for it, put some new tires, make it so it's just turnkey and go. And we might be letting that one go too, because not really my thing, you know, but it's a cool car. It's a super clean car. So keep your eye open for that if you're in the market for, what's it, 84 Oldsmobile Delta 98 Royale. I think that's what it is. What we do after that? Check my list. Well, that's when the hard body saga finally came to an end. I had brought this back in a few months beforehand, and we finally got it running good. We got it shifting right. We got everything going really, really well on it, right? Megan and Andrew put some wheels and tires on it. We lowered it. We primed it. I got a lot of crap for not painting it, but I stand by my decision because the truck looked just super cool. We patched all the rust in it. We put a roll-in bed liner in it, and that came out awesome. Yeah, we just did a whole. It was a good, clean, good running truck, and we sold it to a subscriber, Raekwon, and he has been loving it. He loves the truck. It developed some problem right before he picked it up, where the front brake locked up for some reason. I don't know why, but they had swapped a caliper out on it, and I think he had an issue with the starter or something. Last I heard from him, but he's like been putting pictures of it up on Facebook, and he's like, you know, the glamour shots, and truck went to the right guy. Super happy. We saved that one, guys, and that was going to the scrapyard without question. And she's back on the road, and she's somebody's pride and joy. So super happy we were able to do it. That's what this channel's all about. That's what we want to do. You know, there's the rest of them are kind of like on deck, right? But that one got done. So even though it wasn't painted, it got done. All right. So then we brought the 65 Chevy, the green one I got. We brought that into the shop. And so that's what we're doing. We're going to get on this damn thing, and we're going to get it done. We got it running, right? I'm sure you guys remember that. God damn, we're going to stop doing that. Oh, hey. So after we got it running, we brought it outside, we pressure washed it, we cleaned all the crap out of it. And then we pushed it outside, right? That's the one I wish I recorded because it's still actually where I pushed it to, and I'm trying to pull this thing back. I'm sliding the gravel because the brakes, yeah, it jumped the chalk. It was the whole thing. We pushed it out of the shop to get Joe's Dodge in the shop. He was coming by, him and Jeff were coming by. We were going to tune that thing and all that. And that's when we put, I think, 2 videos up on that. The motor and trans going in, all of us working on it together, and then one of the 3 of us just tuning this carb up, setting the timing, putting a shifter in it. And that truck's super cool. Check that video out. Joe's a 30-year retired Marine. This is a Marine Corps truck. It was like a duty truck or whatever. It's a 70, I want to say 70 Dodge swept line. It's got a slant 6 in it with, 727 torque flight. Super cool truck. He was actually talking about selling it. Since we did that work on it, got it running perfect. He's going to love it. That thing fires up like a brand new fuel injected Camry, you know? And, yeah. So, awesome truck. Check that one out. Then, we left the truck outside because we gotta get ready for Sturgis. So I did some work to the road glide again, get that all ready to go. Then we filmed us going cross country, doing all those crazy rides through Beartooth Pass and Chief Joseph Highway and what was that? Rock Mountain Road, Iron Mountain Road, all just, guys, a trip of a lifetime. 7 of us took off, well, 6 of us took off, and then John caught us. Rode from Maryland to Montana and back, and it was amazing. We got a bunch of videos on there. You gotta check those out. And if you're ever thinking about going to Sturgis, do it. Watch these videos first so you know what's going on. Then we got back, and well, I might have been over the oil change on the road glide. So I kind of parked it, and we got the FXR going again. Because we've been sitting for a while. We did a couple videos on it, getting it going again, and we took it out, and I put some miles on that thing. I rode that thing for about a month or so before even screwing up the oil change on the road glide because I didn't pay attention. Didn't read something right is what happened. Interpreted wrong, whatever you want to call it. Got a video on that. So you check that out. And then we did a whole, detailed up the FXR, and we put it in that show, Evos and Oysters, up there at the Harley dealer, which Kevin won. He got People's Choice because his FXR is awesome, guys. I mean, it's that simple, right? So, whether or not we had issues getting it there, it got there, and it won it, and that's it. So, then the last couple of videos was just the Tundra. Did a little mini makeover on it. I had some issues with getting wheels and tires and all that kind of stuff. So she's not right where we want her, but way closer than it was. I'm actually enjoying driving it again. So that's good. And we put that charger in the thing. A little drop my phone. Thing's always full now. It's awesome. So thanks, dude. Appreciate you getting that. So that's what we've done in the last 100 episodes, like in a nutshell. We got more stuff coming up. Like you guys, you see down the shop, there's crap everywhere. So we got more coming up. I'm probably going to start off with like a field day in the shop. By the way, whenever I say that, a field day, like in the military, we talk about that. It means you're going to clean the crap out of everything. So that's what I need to do. Because things have gotten so out of control, I can't, there's stuff everywhere. I got different project parts. It's a thing. So that's probably what I'm going to do this weekend. And then we got some stuff coming up. Like I said, we're going to get some work done on the olds and probably put that for sale. We just picked up another project, guys, because clearly that's what we needed. 1964 Bel Air. Two-door post car. Super solid. I put a couple shorts and TikToks and stuff like that up on it leading up to the episode, which will be out there next week, of a little walk around on it, and we might need your help on what to do with it. So check that out next week. We also, and I think I put a short out. I know I did a TikTok. We got a 54 Ford in the shop. You've probably seen the backgrounds of some of the tech tips and whatnot. We didn't buy that one. It's not ours. Friend of a friend who was now a friend of ours as well, has owned that truck for a long time, guys, 30-something years. And we'll tell the whole story on it on an upcoming episode. But we're going to do a little paint work. We're going to try out some things we haven't tried before, as far as paint booths and that kind of thing. So be sure to check that out. That's going to be cool. That's a cool truck. You're going to dig it. Yeah. We also need to get back on the shop truck because that 65 C10 is driving me nuts sitting out there in the field like that. And yeah, so we're going to do that. We need to get back on the Le Mans because me and G3 Garage, we're talking about doing Power Tour. And I'd like to take the Le Mans or the shop truck is the plan. That was a plan last year. Wheels came off of that plan. Got a new plan. Okay. The little mishap with the FXR, we gotta get that fixed. So that means some stuff's gotta come apart, and hopefully we can show you guys that all getting done. I need the kid to get that decal taken care of. He made it. We couldn't find a decal anywhere. We weren't asking the right people apparently because Jess found it in like 30 seconds. But Andrew ended up making it. He spent a lot of time getting it just right. Now we need to get it printed and so we can put it on there. And then it'll go off to get fixed up. What else we got here? A couple of things. I'd like to get that Dodge done. I want to do some work to that Jeep too. The suspension is trash, so I'm just going to uplift it. Why not? And kind of go from there. And eventually get on that Plymouth we were talking about. Because they're all runners, right? So we'd like to do that. We told a few stories over, of course, because we know I do that. About why the 53 is where it is, why the gray 65 is where it is, why the shovel head's there. We did a couple special videos. One of like Jaws had us do a quiz time one. We did that. We did the one that got away, and we did one on being conscious motorcycle riders. So kind of, a lot of stuff out there, guys. A lot of cool stuff. You want to check it out. It's all on the channel. We haven't taken anything down. Talk about that shovel head too, huh? Yeah, we need to. I'd like to get some work done. That ain't far off. It's just my laziness. So, covered a lot of stuff here, guys. We kind of nutshelled 100. Actually, I just looked. There's 259 videos, I think, on the channel. 260, something like that. Obviously a lot of shorts, and then some special episodes, and the Tuesday morning tech tips, and then this is our 100th full episode. So I appreciate you guys sticking around, not just through this video, but throughout the channel growing. We're getting subscribers every day, and that's awesome. I really appreciate it. Huge thank you to everybody that's been on the channel, all the guys in the club. My brother, Kevin, is also in the club, but he's also a staple on the channel, so I gotta give him a separate shout out. Plus, he likes the attention. Yeah, my Jimbo made an appearance too, twice now. Yeah, so thanks, Jimbo. Then what else we got? Everybody, my family, they're all watching it. Megan and Andrew. Andrew edits every one of these things and listens to my ramblings, so appreciate it, dude. Megan, I think she watches some videos. She goes in and likes them, so I know that much. My mom, going through, I know she watches them. My aunts and uncles and all that stuff. Appreciate all you guys. I gotta say one thing though, is that I never would have had this channel, obviously, if it wasn't for Andrew. But also if it wasn't for my dad, because he gave me love for cars, guys, and it's just one of those things that just stays with you. So I appreciate that. That's all I can really say, guys. I don't got no ramblings left. Well, I probably could, but you don't want to hear it. So check out the channel, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, ring the bell, all the YouTube things, and as always, thanks for watching, guys.